Spring break can be one of the most dangerous times in a young person's life. We all know that college kids love to go on spring break, and we all know that spring break is filled with an excess of drinking and partying. But there are significant dangers that come associated with this. Not just the fact of excess, but the fact that there are experienced predators looking to exploit those dynamics and those environments to target your children. On top of that, when we allow our kids to travel, particularly internationally, for spring break, there are a series of dangers that exist outside of all of the standard dynamics of street crime, sexual assault, and things like that we worry about on a regular basis. Those dangers can be something as simple as a medical emergency. How do they handle a medical emergency if they're in Mexico or Costa Rica? It's not as simple as you might think. Some of these countries require you to have cash just to go to a hospital. And very often these countries have hospitals that are for the general public in private hospitals where there's a step up of care. And that does not mean that even at the best private hospitals, they're even remotely close to what you expect in the United States in terms of healthcare. Give some attention to this. If someone has an acute appendicitis or some other medical emergency, how are you going to get them back to the United States? How are you going to get them treated immediately? What do you think is going to be your protocol? Most parents haven't even thought of these things. And then we have the stark reality of people who disappear, such as this tragic disappearance of a Pitt College student in the Dominican Republic recently. The circumstances of the disappearance are irrelevant. What we have to understand is that there's extreme danger in allowing our kids to go to these environments unprepared. They have to know what to do and how to do it. They have to know how to make the right decisions. And a lot of that comes by way of experience. The problem is they're not experienced, and you don't want them to have to live through difficult moments just to establish a baseline of experience. The best way to establish that is through some level of training, some level of preparation. So my recommendation is, if you're concerned about these dynamics, enroll your college-age kids in my College Safe course linked below.